Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Ring of Pain. Now, if you just looked up this video looking for Ring of Pain gameplay, or if you just found this randomly, feel free to skip ahead a few minutes perhaps, because I feel like some explanations are in order for those who might be following my regular upload schedule. And this is not actually part of it, or it wasn't supposed to be. But yeah, when I sat down earlier today to actually record some Shantae, which I'm out of videos for, and I went for a quick round of this instead, and hours later I'm still here, and at some point it dawned on me that I should probably just go ahead and record some of this, and give it a try. I was never planning to. I've played this for several hours actually, and got quite a bit hooked to it. Yeah, and I definitely was not planning this, but might as well get some kind of video out of this, and who knows, might be cool. I mean, it's a really cool game, and I'm sure it's going to be entertaining to watch. I just don't know how much I'm going to suck, basically, because of recording and commenting at the same time, which always makes me suck more than I normally would. Anyway, yeah, God, I don't know, how much should I even explain? I'm guessing that the vast majority of people who are going to eventually watch this are already familiar with the game, but for those who are not, this is a roguelike. It's a very unusual style of presentation. And the exact gameplay is not very typical, but all the mechanics, the underlying mechanics, and the heavy reliance on RNG, and the game being very unforgiving. Every mistake is punished, basically. That all is very much in the spirit of roguelikes, and yeah, it's just a really good game, I think. And it's not actually like card-based, as you might think when you just take a look at this. It's just cards like these are just how the game presents basically everything that you interact with, everything that comprises the entire dungeon, which is actually ring-shaped, hence the name, Ring of Pain. It's definitely ring-shaped, and there's definitely pain, so that's very accurate. Anyway, I'll just quickly go over the UI. So on the top left we have our soul counter, which is a currency. On the top right we have the current floor. And on the bottom we have a health bar, 12 out of 12 health. We have our attributes, which is attack power. It's just the damage you deal. Defense, which detracts from damage you would take. There is a speed, which determines who goes first or who strikes first in combat. And then there's, God, I keep forgetting what it's called, but you can actually just look it up. And clarity, right? Oh yeah, it does. Right. Speed also gives you dodge and stealth chance. That's right. Yeah. So except for attack, all of these have secondary effects as well. Clarity does a bunch of things. Gives you more currency. Gives you better healing from potions, and curse resistance. And I guess we'll get to curses soon enough. Then you have crit chance, clear enough, dodge chance, and stealth chance. And then down here we have our inventory slots, all our equipment. There's a lot of equipment slots, which is cool. We have our light source, which you always start with and can't actually replace as far as I'm aware. But light does play a pretty central role in the story, I guess, which you slowly learn more and more about, but it's quite mysterious, at least so far. I've been playing this for hours and I still don't know exactly what's going on. I mean, I have some ideas, but the story is clearly not what you play this kind of game for, so... yeah, so we have our equipment slots, and in the bottom right we have our spell and consumable item slots. So yeah, down here is all equipment. And in the middle, the main window, you see the dungeon. And yeah, I guess I'll just start playing, and it's going to become clear soon enough if it isn't already. I'm going to start with taking this one. This is an attribute increase that you just randomly find. Some of these are, like this one, where you just choose one of 3 attributes to increase. I'm going to go with speed, because I actually have a specific build in mind that I'm going to try to go for. Of course, everything is randomly generated, especially loot, and there is a lot of loot. There are a lot of different items. So getting exactly those items that I'm looking for is not very likely, but there are ways you can, cycle through more loot and improve your odds of getting what you're looking for, if you're looking for something specific. And, that's just what I've been doing, trying to go for this particular build that I have in mind. It's what I've been doing for a few hours now, the last couple dozen runs, I guess, at this point. And yeah, I guess I could be starting, just for the purpose of this being my first, the first video I record of this. I could just be doing a normal run. I guess I could be doing that. I don't know. I'll decide maybe when I actually get to loot. Okay, what was I talking about? Right, anyway, speed is always good, because you want to go first. So, with these two enemies here, you can also display all the enemies' stats. You can have a little... go in observation mode, I guess is what it's called, where it gives you just a rundown of the immediately important details. Like, enemies have death effects, or many enemies don't, but some enemies do, which is something that happens when they die. The most notorious one, the most common one, is exploding, because there are quite a few enemy types that explode, so you want to either avoid killing them while you're facing them, because they're going to blow you up, or, you know, kill them in other ways, or just not kill them at all, perhaps. There are a few ways to circumvent it, but early on in the game, when I was not as familiar with it as I am right now, I died to those a lot, or, you know, those just were a major pain in the butt. But, yeah, anyway, and it does tell you that my speed in this case is higher, because the rat has only 3 speed, as we see there. And that's also indicated by the item, on that shield item on the enemy. So the dagger means that I go first, and in this case, I will deal 2 damage to it. My attack power is 3. It has 1 defense, so it takes 2 damage, which means it survives and gets to attack me back. And that's displayed on my health bar, -2. So the game is extremely transparent, and I've only found like very, very few cases where it seemed like the game displayed an outcome of the fight where no RNG should have been involved. And it did not happen that way, and it's very possible that that something was going on that I just wasn't aware of. But usually it's extremely reliable. Like, I do this, I take 2 damage, rat takes 2 damage, and I attack again, which kills it. I get 1 soul for it, and I took no damage back because I killed it first. So these guys, though, however, have more health, deal more damage, and they're faster. So with this one, we're actually speed tied, which means it's random who goes first. So there's certainly randomness to it. I'm gonna kill this rat instead. I was extremely lucky with a 1% crit chance. That normally doesn't happen. So I killed that one. Wish I had to take this one instead. Killed it. But that's fine. So we found a treasure. Actually, since it's not an enemy, you can't just move freely past it. And that's how this whole game works, basically. Every floor of the dungeon is just a circle, as I said. It's made up of different items that are not uncovered or not known to you by default as the game starts or as you enter a floor. But you discover them and you can move left or right. It seems extremely simple, but there is so much strategy that actually plays a role in this, that's kind of amazing. I certainly wasn't expecting it at first. But anyway, here we have just some treasure lying on the ground. And I don't know, do I just go for a normal run? I guess I will, just for the sake of, you know, maybe getting more comfortable playing and commenting at the same time, and also for anyone who might not be familiar with the game, to make it easier to actually follow what's happening when I do try to do that specific build run. Anyway, so here we get a choice between a very basic equipment piece that just gives you straight up bonuses. Actually, the majority of items gives you bonuses as well as sometimes significant drawbacks. So I don't know. In a way, there's something nice about these items that just give you straight up stat boosts. No pun intended. Stat boosts. But they're items with much more interesting effects. I could go with these but, you know, health is not actually as important, depending on your build, might not be as important as you might think. Sure, it helps you not die, but there are other ways to help you not die, including just killing everything before it gets a chance to damage you in the first place, which is clearly definitely my favorite type of playing this game. I think I'm actually going to go for this active spell. Every spell, so you can hold 1 spell, and it has a cooldown, so I can use this every 5 combat rounds. Just moving around out of combat between encounters doesn't count, unfortunately, so you have to take 5 actions in combat before you can do this again. But the benefit of poison, of course, and the benefit of spells in general, so I'm going to pick this one. What I can do now, it's almost a bit of a waste on an enemy like this, but I mean, it's a way to kill it without taking damage. So you can cast a spell without taking... So casting a spell is free. You can always do that. And there are many different spell effects, of course, and poison just applies poison to an enemy, and poison takes down even when you move out of combat. So I just move back and forth. Enemy takes 4 poison damage the first turn, then 3 in the next turn, 2, 1, and so on, until it's run out. In this case, of course, it died first, or died faster than that, so... And we have another one of these. Of course, there's also this mimic here, and it looks kind of menacing, but it's really just nice. And since it's an unlocked mimic, it's really just this game's version of chests. I mean, they are technically mimics, but they're never evil. And this one was unlocked, or it didn't cost anything to open. So, yeah, we just take something, I guess. Prismatic, 1 soul damage to random creature after attack. I really like that kind of thing. But this one, for example, you see, reduces my basic attack damage by 1. Which seems kind of bad because it's going to reduce my attack to 2, and there are plenty of creatures with armor. But this is not as bad as it seems, perhaps. I could also take this with just a bunch of different stats, but actually I'm going to take this. I could also read for 0 because it starts out on these early levels. But I actually kind of like this one, so yeah, sure, why not? It also gives you the clarity, which, you know, is nice. But, yeah, anyway. So I'm going to attack this guy. And I think I went first there, not that it mattered. I'm going to attack him again. And now, at this point, attacking him again, no matter whether I go first or last, he's going to kill me, right? Because I'm not going to kill him, but he deals 3 more damage to me. But there's a big potion here, which is going to fully heal me. And I'm going to attack this guy again. And I got lucky because the random damage applied to him. I think it actually applied to him every single time, because the slime did not take any damage. But this is an exploder. So, yeah, death effect explodes. And it actually explodes for, I think, 6 damage. So I definitely could kill this thing, but other than getting, actually 6 souls? I mean, it's not nothing, but probably not worth taking a lot of damage about. So, and there's nowhere to run here at this point, because there's only the slime and the exit in this floor. So instead I'm just gonna run. And then in between actual floors you have many of these event floors, like shops sometimes, or just free items from the friendly owl here, who absolutely is not an evil monster. He's offering this. Deal 1 damage to random creature when hit. I mean, I am gonna get hit in a normal run, so I guess I might as well. The only reason I'm hesitating to just, you know, take a free item, well, other than this one reducing my health by 2, and not giving amazing stats otherwise. I mean, clarity is nice, it's useful, but I don't usually focus on it too much. And it does give me 1 attack back, which, you know, plus the damage reflection effect, I suppose. So yes, I'm going to take this one, but there are definitely reasons not to pick up items even if they're free, because there are several items that give you benefits based on only wearing a certain number of items. And those numbers are usually pretty low, so 4 or 5 items, and that includes your usable items, spells, and scrolls, as well as the candle. So you always have at least 1 item equipped, which is the candle, which you cannot unequip. So yeah, some of those restrictions are pretty tight, but absolutely worth it in some cases. Anyway, I'm gonna take this because, again, I'm just gonna play a normal run and see how far I get. Now, here we are in a little bit of a pickle, because I will take damage no matter what I do here, no matter which one of these I attack. What I will do is I'm going to poison the slime, because I would like it to be dead. And then I'm going to try and sneak past. So you can see here, if I try to move left or right, because these enemies are hostile and aware of me. Some enemies, I think, will not, but most of me do. And yeah, that's why that icon there is red. There's a sneak icon, so I'm going to try and sneak. I have a 23% chance to sneak past, and I actually got lucky. The slime died, exploded, and killed the whatchamacallit red hound along with it. So yeah, perfect. Now these kinds of slimes here, these and the poison version, these round blobs, they will actually come after you, and once they reach you, they will start exploding, and then, after one more turn, they will actually explode. So you better move away from them before they do. You don't want to be next to them when they explode, but you can definitely, try to lure them next to enemies to deal damage to those. And, there are things you can do. And those are much better than the bigger slimes that also explode, because those will only explode when you kill them, but the small ones will actively come after you and just blow themselves up. And so long as there's room to run, that's not a problem. Anyway, we have another free mimic here. Usually the first 2, maybe 3 floors have free mimics before they... And after that, they start costing things. Costing money, costing souls. Anyway, Crossed Heart is actually a nice one. Like, I mean... One soul damage to a random creature after attack is nice. You basically, while you're fighting one thing, you'll snipe other things across the dungeon and just deal damage to them. It's only 1 damage, but there are ways to just improve your soul damage. So that can be a nice combo, actually. Crossed Heart, of course, is a bit of a safer option. It just gives you straight up stat bonuses. Health and attack is, almost always useful. Plus more healing from potions. Or I could go for this jar type of equipment, which usually has a number of charges, and in this case just gives you 1 permanent of an attribute, in this case health, as soon as you leave a floor, so you complete a floor. Since we already have a pendant, I guess I'm going to go for the jar. I could also be rerolling, but if I'm not going for a specific build, I guess there's not really as much of a reason to reroll. Unless both items are bad or you already have better options in those slots. So anyway, here we have some actual free loot as well. +1 clarity for each empty inventory slot. Huh, interesting. I mean, right now, as you can see down at my stats, this will improve my clarity by 9, which is a lot. I mean, that means that I'm very well protected against curses. Of course, we haven't actually encountered any curses yet. But that might be useful. But of course, the bonus is gonna shrink as I put on more items. And honestly, as far as these kinds of items go, and there are a few of these that go in the, I guess, crystal slot. There's just a slot for a crystal type equipment. I don't know. As far as these go, this is probably the weakest one. Unless you have some other reason to maybe stack clarity. I don't know. There might be things that get boosted by clarity, like things that convert clarity to damage. Might be. I don't know. I could go for this seal type. Not entirely sure what this kind of item is actually supposed to be. Anyway, Visionary. I don't think I've ever used this one. Reveals all cards. I mean, I guess that could be useful. You know what? Honestly, I'm not super amazing. Not super amazing. I'm not super amazing. No, that's true. I'm not super amazed by either of these items. So I guess I'm just gonna reroll. And Heat Shield is nice. It's a shield. There are not a ton of different shields. I feel like this is one of the rarer item types. Either way, this gives you defense and speed, which is nice, and it also nullifies explosion damage 3 times. It's only 3 times though, and after that it still gives you the bonus, but it's not gonna have its special effect anymore. So yeah, I don't know. Meanwhile, the skirt just gives you 2 attack, and I would like more attack. Yeah. So, with my 5 damage, I can definitely kill these things much more quickly than I used to. Okay, there I got lucky, and the second attack hit before it could hit me, so I didn't take the damage back. And this one... Oh, random damage actually damaged it before. Okay, good. I wasn't even paying attention to its health. I was a bit surprised when it suddenly died. Anyway, take that potion. Yeah, this guy's already damaged, and I don't think there are actually any more enemies left in this dungeon. So, yeah, I could attack this one and take the 6 explosion damage. Or I could not. Here we have a free stat. I'm gonna keep going for speed, because it's so useful to be outspeeding enemies. Shadow Step, guaranteed stealth for the next 3 attempts. I mean, that's obviously useful. Allows you to freely position yourself. There are some enemies that you absolutely want to avoid, and sneaking past is always a risk, because if it fails, you will move past, but they get a free attack on you, and depending on the enemies, that can be absolutely lethal. So, anyway, oh, this is the first cursed item here. So, we have actually a surprisingly low chance. Oh yeah, no, I didn't go for the huge clarity boost. So, yeah, we have a 43% chance to take 10 damage from this, or a 57% chance to get healed for 14. So, yeah, this is definitely, I mean, obviously I'm full health, so there's no reason to ever use this in this situation, but there's also this guy here, who is faster than I am, and attacks for a lot. So, thankfully he doesn't have a lot of health. So I will two-shot him, but I will take 12 damage in the process. Thankfully, retreating away from the enemy is an option. Oh god. So, this is a problem. What I could do... I could take the damage from this guy, which is only 4 damage. And, you know, it's not the end of the world. Actually, I could move over here. I mean... There is a way to avoid taking any damage, and that is by using my spell and moving past this guy on the right here. Or I could move, the blob is going to follow me, and he's going to blow up. If I kill the blob now, I'll take 4 explosion damage, but this guy is also going to take 4 damage. And there's another blob coming. So I could kill this guy and both blobs, only taking 8 damage in the process. Or I could use up my item. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna move over. And, I mean... Slam's gonna want to blow itself up. Yeah, but now if I move to the side, it's gonna blow up in place and kill the... whatchamacallit? Triad? So... Oh, and I actually just noticed... or I didn't notice that there was a thief here on this level, and he managed to get away, because I did not go after him fast enough. So those will just make their way toward the closest exit, I guess, or moving away from you toward some exit, because sometimes there can be multiple exits in a level, and, well, when they do, they just escape. And if you kill them first, they drop a ton of loot, including, I think it's usually a bunch of potions, or yeah, at least a potion and a stat up. So... yeah, that tends to be worth it. Now, this is another common type of attribute item, or I don't know, attribute bonus encounter, where you can choose a large increase to 1 at the cost of reducing some other attributes. So it's still a net benefit, but you know, it does come at a price. So in this case, I could boost my speed all the way up to 9. Which is enough to outspeed a good number of enemies. Or I could give myself more attack power. I think I'm gonna still go for more speed for the time being. Like, at this point, I'm faster than this guy. But my damage is also reduced enough that I will actually need 3 turns to kill him. So, yeah, that does not quite work out. I do have some potions here, though, so... oh god. Well, looks like I will... well, I don't technically need to. I could enter this this exit here, which leads to a place called the... well, just called Wishful, which is kind of a wishing well special encounter. And I'm not entirely sure what you do there. You probably need some kind of item to sacrifice there or something. I have not seen any kind of coin item yet, which is what obviously makes the most sense. Every single time I've been to that place, I have not been able to actually do anything useful there. So, but it's definitely an escape route. What I will do though, so I'm gonna attack this guy, take the damage back. I'm gonna gamble on this potion, and it reduced me to 1 health. But we still have this one, and I can kill this guy in 2 more attacks, and I'm only gonna get attacked back once. Because I'm fast enough to attack first. And then there's this slime that I wasn't expecting. Dang it, I should have killed the other one. If I'd been paying more attention. Because there is another treasure, right? Yeah, so that was a waste. Unfortunately. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go to the wishing well and see, maybe just in case I can do something here. Oh, wait, did something actually happen? I don't think it did, but I heard that chime sound? I don't know. Not entirely sure if something happened. Anyway. It's fine. And now we have one of these, shop. And I can actually afford these items. Huh. Now this item is actually pretty great. Still kind of basic, but I mean, it has solid bonuses, including 5 speed, which is amazing. And reduces ranged creatures' attack. There are not a lot of ranged attackers, thankfully. But those can be extremely annoying. Sometimes even quite deadly. So that is definitely tempting. And this is an interesting one. Like, this is a weapon slot item that reduces your attack and clarity, because it's kind of a cursed item, tainted. It does give you defense, I guess, randomly. I wouldn't be super surprised if it actually reduced your defense instead, but I guess it's just nice that way. However, it gives you +1 curse damage on attack for each negative point of clarity. So yeah, I've actually had a run, because there's some item that works in a weird way that reduces your clarity by huge amounts for some other, I don't know, for every something that you have less clarity or something, which can easily get you into dozens of negative clarity. By far the highest, or I guess by far the lowest number I have ever seen on any attribute was in a run where I had that item, and I also had the Tainted Cleaver. So because I had that much negative clarity, that actually added dozens of points of curse damage to every single one of my attacks. And that was quite glorious until I obviously died at some point. But yeah, other than that very specific scenario, I don't see this being very good. I mean, obviously it would not be good in my current situation, because I don't have any negative clarity. So yeah, I'm just gonna actually buy that. If you don't have enough money, you can always pick the free potion, and you know, there's definitely an argument to be made for getting the potion instead, but well, I didn't, so here we are. I'm gonna pick up this rock, because why not? Pick your poison. Well, actually, speaking of poison, I can use poison again. So how best to handle this? Okay, well, I stealthed away from that one. Oh no. Right. Yeah, that was not very smart. No, it's okay. I can kill this one. I'm gonna move over here. This is a thief. That guy that I let get away before. I'm going to poison him, because these actually have a lot of armor. Well, 3 armor, so I can't deal a lot of damage to him. They're not gonna attack me. They're just gonna try to make their way to the exit, but they will attack me back if I attack them. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the poison to do its work, and I'm gonna absolutely drink this potion here for sure. And now the poison has damaged him enough so that I can finish him off. And he dropped 2 stat-ups actually and a potion, so that's amazing. Now my speed is actually looking good. I'm gonna go for more attack power here. And this is a cursed skill increase. So there's a 57% chance to get the skill up, or the attribute up, and a 43% chance to take 6 damage. We have a potion here, so absolutely taking that risk. And I'm gonna take some more speed actually, because why not? Let's balance it out a little bit. Now, it's a good thing I did, because these snakes here have 14 speed, just one of the fastest regular enemies. And getting poisoned sucks. So you absolutely don't want that. Now I have this rock item, which is kind of unique in that there's a way for it to not get used up, right? I mean, it says reusable if killed. So I guess the idea is that if there's an enemy that attacks faster than you and you get it to almost dead, instead of attacking it one more time and, you know, getting attacked back, you can use the stone or the rock to finish it off and keep the rock. I guess instead I'm just gonna, throw it at the snake, the rock disappears, but now I can finish it off without taking poison damage in return. Well, we have another one of these, and we got lucky again. And I'm gonna go for some health, I guess. We can finish off this guy. Well, we could, because we deal 6 damage to it anyway, but it has been damaged before by random soul damage that we've been dealing to enemies. So that's nice. And at this point, we've dealt with all the dangers. This is a remix crystal, and not, what's it called? Shuffle prism. Yeah, well, remix crystal, shuffle prism, same thing. By using it, you just shuffle all the cards, all the elements in the dungeon, in the current floor. So that can be useful if you're stuck between enemies that you don't want to deal with, or can't deal with. This is a special floor, volatile, which I think is just full of exploders, which is, yeah, needless to say, that's kind of a bad place to be if you're not specially equipped to deal with them, which I'm not really. I'm fast, but they're still gonna blow up in my face, so there's a good chance I'll die. But there also tends to be a good amount of loot on those special floors. Or I could go to this one, which is another special floor. Kind of a story encounter. It's a bit mysterious. I would like to show it off, but on the other hand, this is going to be more interesting. So, okay, we have a snake. We have an exploding slime ball. I'm gonna stealth away from that guy. This here is just a. Can you not see enemies' names? I thought. Oh, visit one. It says so right there. Yeah, these are kind of boring enemies that don't really have any kind of special effects, which is obviously a good thing usually. So just kill that one, which makes that slime want to explode. And since he's next to that snake, okay. I could kill this guy for taking 4 damage and finishing off the snake, but of course at this point I can also kill the snake as it is. Is there a way for me to completely avoid this? If I run away from the slime, it's gonna follow me before starting to blow up. But there's an enemy to my right, so I could try to sneak past that one. But if it doesn't work, I'm gonna take probably more than 4 damage. So I could just do this and get it out of the way. I can also use the shuffle prism and hope to get lucky. Well, I mean, I guess that worked. So now I move to the side. The slime didn't damage anything, but it, that includes not damaging me, so I'm okay with that. Now I'm gonna finish off the snake. Yeah, this guy here. These don't have a ton of health, but they have 14 armor. And you will always deal at least 1 damage, no matter how much armor the enemy has. But, well, obviously, 8 turns is kind of a no-go. However, special or different damage types, anything that's not just physical damage, goes through armor. So I'm going to poison this one and just wait. In fact, I'm just going to pick up this loot in the meantime. Shadow Hood. Okay. I mean, it's decent, but I do like my cover of darkness that I already have. Shuffle I've actually only unlocked recently. Yeah, I mean, it does exactly what the Shuffle Prism does, which absolutely can save your butt in many situations. However, the poison is so amazing because it's one of the few ways to reliably deal damage to anything without even, without getting attacked back at all. The cooldown can take a surprisingly long time to actually, cool down. 5 actions doesn't sound that long, but if you're not actually attacking a whole lot because you're just poisoning him and running away and running around waiting for the poison to tick, the cooldown does not go down. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to replace either of these, so I'm going to reroll. And okay, forceful gain knockback for the knockback is definitely nice to have in some scenarios. It can be a little bit annoying. It basically just, well, does what you think. Every single one of your attacks knocks the enemy back one tile. Which means that if you attack first, they cannot retaliate against you. But you will have to go after them if you don't kill them first. So, yeah, that's interesting. Not entirely sure. I guess I can absolutely see this being useful in some situations, but again, poison is good. Now this is a mask type item, which those have some of the most interesting effects typically. Intimidate creature on attack, it's a 40% chance. I guess that just means that they won't attack back because they're, you know, momentarily overcome with fear. This does give me quite a bit of health and some attack. Reduces my armor. I don't think negative armor actually means that you take more damage though. I might be wrong about that. I think I'm gonna actually take this one, because why not? Right, this guy is gonna die to poison. Like so. There's no reason not to finish him off myself. But, you know, also no reason not to. The result is the same, that's what I'm trying to say. We have this guy here, who will damage me for 8 if I blow him up. So I guess I'm just probably gonna leave him there. I mean, I'm gonna take this barrier spell. There's no way for me to... Oh, actually, there's a big heal here for 13. I absolutely don't need to kill this guy. But I will anyway. I'm gonna activate barrier, so I can attack him once for free. He did take both a normal attack and the random soul damage. So he's down by 2. Wait, by 3 actually. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, right. He actually did take both the random soul damage from my necklace and the random damage from the garment. So that's neat. Okay, happened again. Which means he's down to 2, so there's a very good chance that I'm actually gonna kill him now. In fact, it was... well, not quite guaranteed. Unfortunately, well... I was kind of hoping for the slime to blow up in the background, but it didn't. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna kill it, because it's not gonna kill me, I'm gonna get some souls out of it. I'm gonna heal to almost full, so yeah, that worked out better than I actually expected, so that's okay. By the way, this run is going extremely slowly compared to how I would play normally, because obviously I'm, you know, taking my time to think about and talk at length about every single possible decision. But that's okay. Yeah, those guys are both gonna explode. I can move to the side freely because there wasn't an enemy in the way. Oh, we have one of these guys. Right, the Wretched Amalgam. He moves toward me, and he like absorbs enemies. He actually kills enemies in his way. And well, if they're exploders, they explode and they damage him, which is obviously nice. I mean, let's see. If I were to face him, he has 7 armor, so I would deal 2. Plus 1 random, so obviously I'm not gonna kill him in one shot. And he will attack me back. This guy here, these are rough. Yeah, I'm kind of in a bad spot. Kind of in a bad spot. I could kill either of these big guys with poison. The thing is, I could poison this one, move toward the amalgam, but at that point, I'm not entirely sure. So he's gonna take 4 damage as soon as I move. Right. So this guy is preparing to attack me no matter what I do. So even if I were to pick this up, you know, or do anything, I would take the full 18 damage from his attack. So you absolutely do not want to be attacked by those ever. Right. These guys, meanwhile, shift between being, you know, in this form, where they present their spiky back, which means they will counter damage you. Actually, this is perfect because I can kind of exploit the AI of this amalgam. It's gonna wanna move toward me, while I'm not next to it, and it's going to want to, do its attack while I am next to it. So by going back and forth, it's actually not going to do anything. So that gave me enough time for the spikeback to die. Okay, got one of these here. I'm very tempted. I could get my defense back into the positives. Honestly, that's probably the smart thing to do, but because I'm not entirely sure, I'm not going to take increased damage from negative defense. Otherwise, I'd be tempted to just boost my attack more, improving my chances to just one-shot things before they have a chance to damage me. You know what, screw it. Actually, that was a good decision, because I'm now going to deal exactly enough damage to kill this guy, and I am faster, so... Okay, yep. Turns out that was the only right thing to do. Now, I do want to use this, but I want to see if there is a potion on the floor first. There is, but it's a cursed one. However, there's also a crossroads here, which leads you to a floor that's entirely doors, no enemies, and there's a good chance that among those doors is going to be one that leads to a place that's guaranteed to provide me with healing. So I feel relatively confident. Oh, okay. Well, I got lucky with this one anyway. So, yeah, we're going to go for more attack. Absolutely. I'm going to pick up the target dummy. Oh, yeah. Actually, what that allows you to do is sponsor a harmless target dummy that has like 8 health and a billion armor, so you will only deal 1 damage to it. And you can use that to, for example, make time pass, so I can use my poison spell again. I'm going to try and use this one. Okay, it damaged me, but I maybe shouldn't have done that. I'm just going to use this one up, because why not? We'll see what we get for our crossroads here. Okay, well, we got the chills. That's certainly not a place that's likely to heal me. Huh, oh god. Position to strike, quick approach. Quick approach is bad. That one, I think, spawns two enemies that I don't think I've ever actually seen outside of that floor. They're mean. Like, those are some sort of, I don't know, snapping turtle or something. And they move toward you, and they actually damage you when they move into or next to your tile, or move into one of the 2 front tiles. So it's extremely hard to not take at least some damage from them. Not entirely sure how you prevent that, actually. So that's bad, especially since I'm almost dead already. I'm not entirely sure now what position to strike is. I mean, all of these special floors have... Oh, wait. All of these special floors have some kind of, No, Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I actually... maybe I should have. Maybe that's the best thing to do. The other one was chills, right? That one has enemies that freeze you. That freeze on attack. Which is really bad. You definitely do not want to be frozen. In fact, I have not really encountered them much, and when I did, I was usually in a spot where I could deal with them before they had any chance to do anything to me. Otherwise, you really don't encounter enemies that freeze you a lot. Freezing enemies, though, is extremely OP, because if you have a way to consistently freeze enemies, they will never be able to attack you back. They're just constantly stun locked. It's extremely glorious, and that is actually one of the special builds that I had in mind for, to go for specifically. Yeah, anyway, we're here now, which is probably for the best, because this is definitely, possibly, the safest thing I can do here. I say as I'm not at all safe. Oh god, we have a 54% chance to be healed by this, and I am actually down to 1 health, which means, oh hey, achievement, consecutive curses. Oh, okay. That's neat. Oh god, I'm actually dead. Or am I? Yes, actually, I'm probably dead. I think I'm dead. There's no way. There's no possible way. What we have here is Biobag, which is really the only kind of ranged attacking enemy. I mean, there are different versions, stronger versions. This is the basic one. These will attack you. from up to 2 tiles away. Only 1 damage, but you know they damage you as you move in for the melee kill. So that's bad. These guys are gonna blow up. Yeah, I'm basically dead. I don't think there's anything I can do. I'm gonna try something though. I mean, obviously, might as well use everything I possibly can. So I'm gonna summon a target dummy here. Oh no. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. I was kind of hoping, and of course it doesn't make sense. So I don't know why I even thought that might work. I was kind of hoping to push both slimes to the left, but that's not how this works. Anyway, God, is there some way out of this? Actually, no, there is not. No, there definitely is not. I'm gonna attack this one. Oh yeah, and now I'm dead. No, wait. I was spotted. I'm dead. I think if I had... Oh god, See, this is so deceptively simple, but I think if I had successfully stealthed, and there was a 28% chance to do so, past this one, they would have both exploded to my left, safely away, and I would have been okay. But I got unlucky, or well, I didn't get lucky, so I died. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I could have avoided that outcome with, you know, 2 of these exploders closing in, no way to get away from them or kill them without taking their explosion damage. I mean, I guess if I hadn't taken the chance with a cursed potion, I might have had enough health to actually attack one of them and just take the 4 damage. I don't know. Obviously, no use, speculating and crying about spilled milk at this point. I'm gonna try again. And I have no idea how long this video is. It's probably gonna be pretty long, but I'm gonna try for a different run now. I'm gonna try to go for that specific build. Actually, there are like 3 different kinds of builds. I suppose I'm gonna decide on which one to use exactly. Oh god. It's already not a great start, taking some damage here, having some of these enemies that I kind of had to deal with. I mean, I didn't really have to. And you do get some souls in return. Anyway, which build specifically I go for depends on how lucky I get with my initial items here. So I'm gonna reroll while it's free. Gonna reroll again while it only costs 2. And I didn't get any of the items I want. Now, all of the builds that I have in mind, or really 2 different kinds of builds, they depend on having only a low number of items equipped. So other than those slots that I eventually plan to fill, I'm not going to pick up any items. And these are both of these are not slots that I'm planning to fill. So I'm just gonna skip those items. God, this is kind of awful. Am I actually just dead? Well, no. Well, there's a potion, so I can at least get some more here. I'm gonna go for some health. Thing is, ideally, if once I get the build going, and obviously, you know, it's absolutely not guaranteed that I'm gonna get any of the items I want. Well, I say as I actually get one. This is not the one that's immediately going to make me not take damage, but it's definitely going to help with killing things. So, plus 5 soul damage. So that means whenever I attack, I will also deal 5 soul damage, which just, as far as I can tell, is just magical damage basically that pierces armor, to some random enemy. But that's only if I have 5 or fewer items equipped. It does make me slower initially, which certainly is a bit of a bummer. Yeah. So, I don't know, should I even stay here and kill some more things? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna attack him again. Didn't get lucky. I was hoping for the 5 random damage to hit the slime in the back, which would then have blown up and killed both the rats next to it. That would have been pretty cool. As it is, I'm, kind of dying already, but that's okay. Hey, you have this shield slot item, which is kind of an odd one. Well, it's not really all that odd. It's just odd that it's that most items of this type tend to be in the... Actually, no, that's not true. I'm not sure why I thought that way. I was going to say that most of these are in the crystal slot, far to the right, but, well, I actually have the mask that also rewards you for not, for having empty slots. It's just, there are some items that are worded this way, like you get some bonus for each empty slot, and then there are some, I guess it's kind of different. But ultimately, for both of these types, you want a low number of items, right? I mean, there are just some items that only work, that only have their effect while you're under a certain number, and then there are some that have a smaller or bigger effect, depending on the empty slots that you have. Anyway, shield slot is not really one that I want to, although, or is there? Actually, there is a shield that improves soul damage that you deal. So I suppose I could go for this one, temporarily, until I get the better one, and until that time I have a pretty good stealth chance. Yeah, sure, why not? Why the heck not? As I said, I was kind of looking for a different item to begin with, and now potions heal very little because we have negative clarity, so that's definitely a bit of a downside, but oh well. Yeah, anyway, so I found basically one of two items that make this kind of, that are essential to different kinds of special builds that I have in mind. And yeah, and I did just happen to find this mask early on, so that's what I went for. Oh, I do like the Tome of Stillness though. Petrify on attack. It's only 1 point. There's not that many things that do petrify. It's interesting though. I don't think I'm gonna go for that. I also don't think I'm gonna use a weapon for this build. In fact, I really can only afford to pick up one additional type of equipment, and that's it. And that is a helmet. Helmet or actually helmet or gloves, but well, this is neither of them. So, as tempting as it is to just have, halberd. Actually, could I replace this? I don't need the stealth chance. This does give me extra attack power, quite a bit. It does give me extra dodge chance. Reduces health, which I don't care that much about. And it's so slow. It's kind of a problem. I need to be faster. So for that alone, I'm tempted to keep the Misting Vessel for now. I don't know. This is not ideal, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I can't really replace the mask because that's essential to the build I want to build. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say no there. I could go for extra health. For these special runs, I don't really care about... I'm planning never to actually take damage. That's kind of the whole point. So armor doesn't really matter. I guess having more clarity is not a terrible thing, all things considered. I'm gonna... Oh, actually, wait. We still have a 100% stealth chance. I forgot. You know what? That is super useful. That is actually extremely useful. Oh, you know what? Pick up this rock. And I can actually use it to kill this thing and keep the rock. Oh, what do you know? I actually used the rock in the intended way, and there is the other item that I was hoping... that I'm normally hoping to find as my first item. That's kind of the god run. If you find the Hermit's Tiara first. Attacks freeze, like guaranteed freeze, if you have 4 or fewer items. That's one of the lowest requirements, if not the lowest. And that's for a reason, because freezing is absolutely overpowered. As long as you're faster than an enemy, and your attacks freeze, that means you attack first, you freeze it, and frozen means completely paralyzed and powerless. And it will just sit there, and you can pummel it to death. Even if you only deal 1 damage to it, you will kill it. So that is exactly as overpowered as it sounds. But of course, you know, getting that to work. Well, first of all, it means that you cannot, you know, cannot use a lot of equipment at all. So those slots that you do fill, that you do end up filling, you want to think about very, very, very well. In fact, I mean, you can absolutely get like a freeze build going without this soul damage, but that helps. And this is actually a combination that I haven't really done a lot with, just because it's, you know, you need to get lucky in the first place. So anyway, we have that now. Now, right, actually, oh, okay. I was gonna say, wait, what's going on here? Why am I not freezing it? Because consumables also count toward that total. So right now I have 5 things equipped. So I'm gonna throw this rock and kill myself because I'm an idiot. For some reason I thought, oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I saw the attack preview showed that the Fire Hive was gonna survive, but that was of course my main attack, my normal attack, because it has 1 armor. And then I just mindlessly threw that rock, but the rock apparently deals some sort of special damage that does not consider armor at all. It just deals a flat 3 damage, which killed it, which blew it up, and that killed me. Yep. That is extremely unfortunate. Well, I mean, it took a little bit longer than I would have liked for the tiara to show up, but just getting those, I mean, really, I have absolutely no reason to complain there. Getting out of 3 pieces of equipment, getting the tiara and that mask is absolutely amazing, and I completely literally threw it away. That is extremely unfortunate. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that probably would not have happened if I had not been recording, you know. So I'm completely gonna blame it on you guys. No, that's not true. Obviously, I'm gonna blame it on YouTube. The whole concept of recording video games for entertainment. But oh well, slime cells. Actually, yeah, I don't want to use either of these slots, because I'm absolutely going to try and go for that special run again. Sir, I've actually like made these work at some point. So for this kind of build, you want to be slow, of course. You want to attack second, so you want lots of armor, probably also lots of health to buffer any damage that you will end up taking. But petrify damage is kind of weird. Basically, it reduces enemy max health or something. So ultimately, it's just additional damage that you deal. Yeah, ultimately, it's just additional damage that you deal. I mean, that's really just it. I don't know. There are really not that many sources for petrify, so I haven't really had a chance to do as much with it as I would like. It certainly seems interesting, but it's at the same time it's just also not as immediately amazing as, for example, freezing or dealing, you know, soul damage to random things. Anyway, I'm gonna go for the bandana because it does fill the head slot, which I'm gonna eventually equip something to, and it's gonna help early on by allowing me to one-shot this rat, for example, before it has a chance to kill me or do anything to me. And I'm gonna go for more attack power, because more attack is good. Gonna see what we get here. Game really wants me to equip those, but I'm not going to. Gonna reroll. I don't want either of these, but I can reroll again, one more time. And unfortunately, that's nothing. Oh, hey there, buddy. If I'm gonna go for a straight freeze build, there are some weapon options. You know what? Sure, I guess I'll use the weapon slot in this run. Why not? Alright, I'm too slow. Still gonna be too slow, right? Yeah, these have 8. Gonna heal myself though. Gonna move away, but I mean these only deal 1 melee damage, so sneaking past. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna die again because... Oh no, I'm actually gonna survive. Momentarily. Ugh. Okay, well, we can use the rock again. The rock that betrayed me so much last time. Yeah, that was that was not ideal. I was not really thinking that through. Luring an exploding blob next to another exploding enemy, not the smartest choice. Anyway, live and learn. And in this case, I thankfully did live, just barely. Amber. No, I don't want to use any of these slots. So nope. The grabby hands. Those are interesting. I've always wanted to just go with that and see how it works. I mean, it makes you automatically equip everything, right? And you just automatically replace any items that you already have in those slots. So basically you're cycling through items until you find another pair of gloves, I suppose, because that must include also picking up any gloves you find. So I guess you're not necessarily stuck with it forever, but yeah, I don't know. It would obviously make for a very chaotic run, not very, I don't know, plannable at all. I guess the idea is that you get a lot of souls because you will get the soul cost for the items that you pick up. I don't know. So it seems like it could be interesting, but also, very, very random. So I'm absolutely not going for that. In fact, I can only, for this run, I'm gonna hope for the tiara for the freezing effect. I'm gonna keep stacking speed so I can outspeed things because that's absolutely crucial for that build. Then I'm gonna hope for one of two different weapons. Actually, there's one weapon that deals extra damage to frozen targets, so that's an obvious synergy with having a freezing build. And there's another weapon that deals random soul damage. I guess depending on which one I find. If I find the weapon that deals soul damage, I would like the shield that increases soul damage, I guess. Or maybe I'm just going to go for freeze and knockback combined, because that's actually also a very cool combo. I don't know. It's we'll see. Reroll. Everything's so random. There's really not much of a point to plan ahead. I mean, I can make plans, but the game is absolutely not obliged to deliver. So we'll see. And it does depend, though. If I want to go for the knockback, that's a glove type item, so that means I would take this slot. But these are otherwise not amazing. They do give me extra speed, though. And stealth doesn't hurt, Yeah, sure. Why not? Why the heck not? Rather take a useful item now than, not pick up any items and risk never finding those good items I'm looking for. Of course, at this point, I have absolutely none of the items that make the build that make the build work that I have in mind. So, right now, this is just a normal build, except that I'm intentionally not equipping most things I find. But yeah, anyway. Right. Not gonna use any of those. Interesting. I mean, right now with this I would actually have negative defense. Extra crit and dodge chance. I guess that could be interesting. I've never really tried playing with this. Like, intentionally reducing my armor as much as possible. Or defense as much as possible. To get, like, tons of crit and dodge. Of course, I mean, crit is nice. But it's random. You never want to completely rely on that to kill your enemies, right? It's nice when it happens, but you can't attack something that you wouldn't normally kill and that you would only kill with a crit and hope for that. Unless you have a 99% crit chance, I don't know, or 100%, I guess. Which I suppose is technically possible if you have a lot of negative defense. But yeah, the same is for dodge, right? I mean, dodging an attack is super nice when it happens, but you don't want to rely on that if it's the difference between life and death. So I think I'm going to pass. Nope. Well, I can afford one more reroll, so might as well. And thanks, but no thanks. Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay, we can kill you. And you. I am very low on health, so I'm going to try and double check. Now this is an interesting floor. You encounter the friendly owl. Hey there. You can ask him questions. I'm not really sure if it matters. How do I survive? Deliver light and be delivered. I'll be with you, you caregiver. Yeah, or NPCs in general tend to speak in rhymes. Usually pretty bad rhymes, though. But yeah, you can attack him. And in fact, I have managed to kill him. Spoilers, you can. Of course, why would you, right? Because he's totally friendly. Just here to help. Yeah, but obviously, like, he's quite fast. He has a ton of health, and he deals ridiculous damage, of course. So right now, I'd be completely dead if I even tried to attack him. Yeah, but otherwise, his den is just full of more or less useful things. I'm gonna risk it. Am I, though? Yeah, sure, okay, and I paid the price. Oh well. I mean, at this point, might as well do that. Because thankfully those can't kill you, but, well, still at 1 health, though. Not exactly ideal. Oh, okay, there's some health. I'm gonna open this chest, which is gonna cause this one to start exploding, and then I can move to the side. Huh. I've never picked up the spoon. I'm sure there's some sort of achievement for maybe just killing anything with a spoon equipped, or, well, definitely if there's got to be an achievement for beating the game, for beating the final boss with a spoon equipped, because that's gonna be challenging. I mean, mostly not so much because it's just bad, just because, you know, not for the few stat reductions that it gives you, but mostly for the fact that you can't use anything actually good in that slot. So that's an interesting one for sure. Clearly not one I want to use now. Or any of these. So yeah, you're gonna explode. I'm gonna move over. I'm gonna drink this potion. You're gonna explode. I'm gonna move over. Awesome. And then I'm gonna pick up more speed because, yeah, I want to be able to do this for basically every single enemy except for exploders. Oh yeah, and I think I wanted to mention it. Wanted to talk about that a while ago, but I got distracted. So one of the greatest things about freezing is that if you kill a frozen enemy, even if you one-shot it with so long as you would have frozen it, the death effect will not trigger. So you can just safely kill exploders. They will not explode. There are some enemies that split when you kill them. There are some that do other things on death, or just, you know, you just stop them from doing literally anything. So yeah, the only enemies that are immune or at least resistant to frost, that are not 100% guaranteed to be frozen, are those enemies that would freeze you in turn. But again, those are extremely rare. I've only seen them in those special floors called Chill. So oh, the rock. Right. Completely forgot about the rock. It's so inconspicuous. The bottom right corner there doesn't really stand out. Of course, it doesn't matter now, but it would matter if I find one of those items I'm looking for, in terms of maximum number allowed. I'm gonna take this Shadow Strike instead. Guaranteed crits are, you know, nice, obviously, as you would imagine. Ambush is just a level with a bunch of usually not too terrible enemies. Yeah, just a bunch of pretty normal level enemies, and at the end of it, a treasure. So yeah, this should be easy. There, you just kill all of them, and then you pick your treasure. And I'm not going to pick up any of these. Amazing. Okay, Inner Fury. I've not actually seen this one in a while. So this just gives you guaranteed knockback. No further conditions, no nothing. It's not the best item. It does make you faster, but it reduces damage just a little bit. But yeah. Well, can't afford any of these, nor would I want any of them, so I'm just gonna take the potion, which I also didn't need. So now I have knockback, and what that means is I can attack this exploder, knock it back. It's gonna explode and damage a bunch of things. That's yeah, it's quite glorious. You know what? I'm gonna use this. It's a bit of a waste, but now I'm gonna crit, one-shot that guy. Is there maybe something more dangerous. I can kill this guy. Actually, yeah. Definitely a bit of a waste. I guess I could have absolutely just, you know, attacked the thief and taken some damage in return. There's a potion, so... Anyway. More speed. We want to have at least 15 speed to outspeed snakes. That being said, we definitely want more in the long run. Yeah, sure. Let's push that speed up. Oh, here's a companion's floor. Could be an interesting one. Oh, wait. Now I don't have enough damage to kill this guy. Oh, that sucks a little bit. There is a potion though, so could take the damage and kill him. There's a different weapon. Less damage, so it would momentarily reduce my damage, but also give me more speed. And my attacks deal damage to enemies behind my current target, like in the direction left or down, left or down, left or right along the circle, down the circle. I guess I was thinking. I don't know. Anyway, it's an interesting one. Definitely more interesting than the straight up halberd, which is just some extra damage. And, you know... Uh-oh. I mean, this does not reduce damage. Actually, that was a bit of a gamble, because you don't really know necessarily what attributes are going to be reduced. So, yeah, I'm going to take this one. 24 speed is very solid. That being said, it does not help if you have too little damage to actually kill anything. It would if I had the freezing effect already, but I'm still looking for that. So, yeah. I might actually be a little bit, well, in a bit of a pickle here. Hey there, doggos. You absolutely can kill these cute little critters, and I don't think there's... Well, I've done so in the past, yes. I'm a terrible person. And I have not been punished, either immediately or in the long run, not that I've noticed anyway. The only thing special that I know about is that there is an item that will give you some kind of benefit when you encounter these little frogs. I've not actually found a use for these puppies at all. Yeah, I guess there could be reasons to kill things, like there are on-kill heal effects. So I guess you could use this kind of level to farm that. I don't know. And maybe there is some sort of long-term negative effect. Oh, right. That was not an interaction I foresaw. Oh well. Well, there's some damage. Now I should be able to maybe do something. Actually, come to think of it... Oh, he's gonna attack me no matter what. That's right. I was gonna say, why... I mean, I'm gonna survive. I can kill this guy in 2 turns. Leaving me with little health. 2 health, actually. If I don't kill him, he's gonna follow me around. Just annoying, for sure. I'm not entirely sure why I'm not knocking him back. Is he resistant to it? Or is he just gonna... Actually, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna attack? Oh, I do knock him back. But that special effect still triggers, apparently. Not the normal... Because it's not a normal counter-attack, I guess. But just a special thing it does. But does that also mean... No, if I kill it first, it's not gonna be able to attack me back. Interesting. Well, I mean, of course, that means I'm gonna kill it now. Okay. Yeah, more strength. It will reduce my speed by 1. I'm down to 9 max health, which is definitely not exactly a lot. I guess I might as well pick up another rock. I can always throw it if I need to get rid of it. Now here we have a crossroads. Here we have a burial grounds. There's not really a huge benefit to the burial grounds, except that it tends to spawn few enemies, and sometimes even just randomly potions on the ground. Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. Oh, well. Okay, I can actually. Yeah, these guys are rough. These have a lot of. They're actually surprisingly fast. They have a lot of armor, quite a bit of health. They poison. They're just very nasty all around. I can damage this guy enough to kill him, finish him off like this. Those split into... Actually, why... Again, why do I take damage from this guy? Why do I not knock him back? Is there something inherent to some enemies? Speed is higher, I attack first. Why do I not knock him back though? I did knock back the other guy too. He just was able to damage me still. But here it says I'm going to take 12 damage. 8 plus 2 armor piercing damage. Plus I guess 2 damage from having negative armor. Plus 4 poison damage. Yeah, I'm just not entirely sure why that is. Like, these guys, I can attack, knock back, and they will explode safely away from me. So the big guy, meanwhile, has taken poison damage, but not enough to actually die. I could just leave. Well, I'm gonna open the treasure and see what it is. Cover of darkness again. Is that better? I guess so. I mean, right now. Oh, right. Forgot that I was benefiting from the bandana effect. Normally, you don't really want to be that low on health, especially since it's only a +4 attack, a flat +4 attack, which you know, in the late game is not a whole lot. And it's extremely risky to be at that low health, obviously, so you typically want to avoid that. I guess I'm gonna go for the... I want to exchange that for the cover of darkness. It's gonna make me even faster. Yes, it's gonna reduce my attack, but... yeah. Now these graves here, these gravestones. You can interact with them. There's a good chance for them to just give you souls, but there's also a chance for them to deal curse damage to you. At this point, I mean, I'm at 2 health already, so yeah, okay, well. Of course. Yep, of course. Wow. Right, I forgot that there's also a chance for poison. I literally forgot about that. Okay, well, I mean, that run was not going well. I did not have... Well, I did finally get the knockback gloves again. But I did not get the tiara at all, which is kind of crucial to, you know, to having a real overpowered run. Also, wow, I have no idea. This video must be super long. I probably should have stopped it a little bit sooner, but I guess I'm just gonna make a cut here and probably just record another one afterwards because, you know, I just feel like playing more. It's that kind of game. So yeah, I'm just gonna randomly end it here. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so very much for watching. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye bye.